Hey, what's up, guys? Jordan Schumacher here. And about 2 days ago, Facebook just announced in response to the Russian fake news interference with the political election via Facebook ads. In response to that controversy, Facebook just announced that they are going to be rolling out new features in regards to ad transparency, specifically for political ads, but that will apply to all advertisers on Facebook. They're going to be testing it out in Canada because apparently Canadians have elections going on right now. Who knew? But they're going to use Canada as a testing platform, and then depending on how it works, they're going to roll out the features to the rest of Facebook by the end of 2018, according to what they said a couple days ago. This is super exciting, and I think it's going to have a pretty big impact on advertising and Facebook ads, and just the level of competition, the level of quality of ads that you see on Facebook. So, like, first of all, in my opinion, any additional transparency in regards to the messages that political figures and political organizations are putting out is a good thing. This isn't going to get political because I don't really care. But I think that's good. That's fine. Quick side note. So I don't know how closely any of you have been following this whole Russian controversy, where basically the Russians bought Facebook ads and Instagram ads to help influence, or not to help, but to attempt to influence the elections in some way, or stir up like controversy, stir up arguments, things like that. I'm going to come out with a video here real soon, and then a long form article on that, because it's super interesting. And frankly, if arguably one of the most powerful countries in the world has decided that Facebook is the best way to influence people, if that's good enough for like international intrigue and political like battle, it should be good enough to sell your sneakers or your course or whatever it is that you're selling. So that's super interesting, right there. The fact that they used Facebook ads to actually attempt to influence a country at scale. It's fascinating, but I digress. Basically, the transparency rules that Facebook said that they're rolling out is essentially any political advertiser has to disclose and has to make publicly transparent all of the political ads that they are running. And this rule will also apply to any other Facebook advertiser, whether you're advertising for a political cause or not. And so essentially what that means is every ad will be tied to a Facebook page. And as a consumer, as someone who sees an ad, whether the ad is targeted at you or not, you can then go to that Facebook page, click on a link, and actually see all of the ads that page has run. I'm not sure if it's real time, like all of the ads that are currently running, or if you'll get a complete history of all of the ads that page has run. Either way, it's incredibly exciting. And in my opinion, it's going to impact advertising on Facebook in a couple ways. One, it's going to suck if you're a drop shipper, right? If you're a drop shipper and you're having success, unless you can somehow keep your pages hidden, which I suppose one potential solution would be to create a new page for each individual product. But basically, if you're a drop shipper, it means that you don't have a competitive advantage on the product side, right? Like anyone can get your products most likely. And so if you're having success with an ad, and a dropshipper discovers either your page or sees your ad, they can just go to your page and see all of the other ads you're running, and based on the engagement that you're getting on those ads, can sort of reverse engineer what your most profitable products are, and then just start doing the same thing and just copy you for themselves, right? So dropshipping is a race to the bottom, in my opinion. But just overall, industry-wide, I think that the actual competitive advantage that people see from or that businesses see from a marketing hook perspective, and like doing, fancy sneaky things with copy or with images or whatever. I think a lot of that arbitrage and a lot of that value is going to go away, simply because all of a sudden now all of your ads are public, so all of your competition can look and watch and see what you're doing on the ad side, and just copy it. And so a lot of that arbitrage potential on the actual ad creative side is going to go away. And so really where I see the value prop being for like a direct response marketer is going to shift away from the actual ad side, more down funnel, like behind an email opt-in, where you actually have the retargeting, messenger automation, emails, like all of that downstream funnel activity is going to be where the majority of your competitive advantage as a direct response marketer is going to come into play if the testing in Canada goes well and Facebook does in fact decide to roll out this transparency industry wide. I don't think that this is anything for anyone to panic about, like, at all. Like, yeah, everyone can see the ads that you're running, but you can also see the ads that your competition is running. And so ultimately, I think it's a good thing overall. I think it will force a lot of companies and a lot of businesses to hold themselves to a higher standard, knowing that their customers can see all of the ads that they're running, knowing that the competition can see all the ads that they're running, and knowing that news media companies can see all of the ads that are running. I guess that really only applies to the larger brands. But I think overall it's a good thing. I think anytime you have more transparency in an industry, in a market, it always adds more value to the consumer. And as a marketer, yeah, we might like to keep our ads, secret, safe, not let anyone see what we're doing, so we can kind of continue doing our sneaky optimizations and kind of maintain some small bit of competitive advantage that way. But overall, greater transparency equals more value to the consumer, which is always a win-win for everyone. So really, really interesting announcement from Facebook the other day. I'm planning on sort of following that as much as I can. I'm obviously not a Canadian, but I plan on following how that political transparency and added transparency into the ad history of various pages plays out in Canada. And looking forward to seeing kind of what Facebook decides to roll out into the States and the rest of the world. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on a video and talk about that and kind of my thoughts on what that could mean for the industry. And like I said, I'm coming out real soon with a video sort of breaking down the whole Russia controversy with Facebook ads. That's really interesting to me. I think you guys will be interested in it as well. But that's all I wanted to say. If you found value in this video, or if you found value in any of my other videos, please subscribe below. It means a lot to me. Lastly, I do have a free Facebook group called Marketers or Founders Only. If you're not a member, you should be. There's a ton of value. We're growing fast, and there's just a ton of value being published in there every single day by other people with agencies, other marketers, founders, just posting case studies and really tactical things that you can use and implement in your own business on your own campaigns to get results and run more profitable campaigns. That's all I've got. Take it easy.